Hello there. I'm so sorry that I'm not with you today, but I'm taking care of my aunt today, getting some things wrapped up. So I will be back tomorrow. Okay. And I miss you terribly. I sure do miss seeing your fabulous faces. Now, so today, going along with our pop art style artwork that we've been working on and our artist, Andy Warhol, we're going to put a pause on our projects that we're working on because I know that we're almost done and they are looking so good. Our popsicles for kindergarten, our donuts for first grade, and our cupcakes for second grade. So we're going to make all the teachers hungry, aren't we? Once we hang all this up, it's going to be so cool. So today, what I thought we could do is make one more pop art piece of artwork. And remember, with the pop art style, I'm wearing a new piece of a new shirt that's got the pop art with it. Look! Remember, with pop art, it has repetition and bold colors. So this is like Andy Warhol's portraits, and this is the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was on the Supreme Court. Tough little lady. So that's my Ruth Bader Ginsburg shirt. So what we're going to do is we're going to be creating Campbell soup cans. Okay, do you remember looking at those? So let me share my screen with you. And we're going to check out these Campbell soup cans. So we're going to be kind of making something like this. All right. So let's check out these Campbell soup cans. All right. Now this is one of Andy Warhol's. Both of these are Andy Warhol's. And you see that each one of these cans, did he leave a lot of background space around each can? No, he pretty much filled the space. Is it exactly the same on every one? No, sometimes it's a little bit more space, a little less space. His is not perfect either. So I want you to remember that. Okay, so we're looking at this and we're seeing all these cool different colors that we can choose. Now, with your Campbell soup can, you can create the different name. It could have your name as the company name instead of Campbell's. You can even pick out the different flavor of your soup. And we're going to write soup down there at the bottom. See, these are all kind of interesting too. Look at those noodles. All right, so let me move this over to this side. So we have some ideas. And so everybody should have a white sheet of paper. All right, I just need one white sheet of paper, Miss Miller. Now, you remember, I recycle my paper. Oh, this is not a recycled paper. There you go. Remember, our piece of paper is a rectangle. We have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Let's take the 2 short sides and let's bring them together. So line up your corners. I'm going to hold it down with one hand. Take your magic finger, come right down the bottom till it pops up those 2 sides and zip those 2 guys down. See how my hand's still holding down the edges? All right, you're taking the 2 short sides of your rectangle, bring them together, and crease it. And we still have another rectangle, right? 2 long sides, 2 short sides. Let's take the 2 short sides and bring those guys together. Yes, we have done that before. That's so that we can divide our paper into fourths, because there's 4 quadrants, right? We did this for our popsicles. We did this for our donuts in first grade and our cupcakes in second grade. And you're like, popsicles, donuts, cupcakes. Yep. Popsicles are done by kindergarten. First grade is doing donuts, and second grade is doing cupcakes. Now, I am tracing over my folded lines just so that you can see them, and you can do that later with your Sharpie or your black marker or your black crayon. All right, so you're using pencil. I'm using Sharpie because you wouldn't see my pencil. So as we see those Campbell soup cans over here, we're needing to fill each quadrant with our soup can. Let's look at that soup can. the two sides of the soup can, what kind of lines are those? They're vertical lines, aren't they? Okay, we know how to do that. Now, let's look at the bottom of the can. Is it a horizontal line that goes straight across, like a rectangle? No, it kind of curves a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't make a big smile. It makes a little curve in there. And that creates the illusion that our can is round. That's what we're trying to do when we're learning how to draw, is to create the illusion that something looks three-dimensional. Okay, which is such a cool thing to do, isn't it? All right, now let's look up here at the top of the can. Hey, now some of these are different. So is it okay that some of yours are different? Sure. Okay, let's look at this green one. What shape is that green thing right there? It's an oval. Hmm. Let's look at this line. This curved line kind of matches the bottom curved line, doesn't it? Yeah. This line, the curved line here matches that curved line. It's just the back. This is a skinnier looking oval. It's also called an ellipse. Okay. This one's fatter. So if yours are different, do you think that's okay? Yes, it's okay. So we've got two vertical lines, a smile line, and an oval. And there's a circle in the middle, but if you want to, you can, since we're doing four, you can pick out four different shapes. And then we've got part of a curved line on both sides. Okay? All right. So let's move this picture out of the way. And let's go to our picture, our drawing. So I'm drawing with Sharpie. You can draw with pencil. So here, let's start up in the top left-hand quadrant. And the first thing we want to do on our soup cans is make the vertical line. So I'm going to start a little bit below the top, and I'm going to draw a straight line. Did I go all the way to the top? No. Did I go all the way to the bottom? No. They're close, right? And over here near this side of your line, by your folded line, let's draw another one. So we've drawn two vertical lines. So far, so good, right? All right. Now, remember at the bottom, we see that curved line. It's not humongous. We're just going to kind of smile it to the other side. Hey, is mine exactly the same? No, this is up a little bit higher than the other one, and it's okay. Okay, now, here's where we get the top. Now, remember, see this curved line here? Let's make that right there. We don't want a big dip one. Okay, come down and curve it. Now, we're going to round it around and make an oval. Remember when we looked at these cans, some are thinner, some are thicker. So it's okay if all four of them are different. His are, aren't they? And he was the artist that sold this for millions of dollars. No wrong answer. Okay, now, right here in the middle, can you take your magic finger and find the middle of your soup can? Now, in this one, I'm going to put my little circle. Because see on the soup cans, there's like this little, a medal. Like you would wear a medal when you win something. But you can make it whatever you want to. Like the other ones, we might do different shapes. And let's see, to finish that off, we need that curved line because it divides into two colors, right? All right, so I'm going to go from the side of my circle, and you can pause this at any time because I might be going too fast, and all you have to do is pause me. Okay, we're not going to worry about all these other ovals in the top of our can. I think we're good with what we're doing. Okay, now we're going to do the next three cans. Are you ready? Remember, you can pause me at any time. So we're going to start with our two vertical lines. So I'm just kind of looking at what I already did. And then remember, we're not too far away from our edge. So let's pull that vertical line. And let's make our smile. And then up here at the top, remember, we're kind of copying this line up here. We don't want it deep because that's going to take up too much room, isn't it, for where we want to put all our stuff. So I'm going to smile it around and make an oval. Mine's not exactly the same, remember, and that's okay. I think instead of a circle inside here, I think I'm going to put a square. You can put whatever shape you want to. If you want to keep circles, keep circles. I'm going to make a different shape just to be different. Sometimes it's okay to just be different. And then just kind of smile. It's not much of a curve, is it? But it's just enough to make it look like it's going around our can. So we're going to get the basics of all 4 cans done first. All right. So I'm going to keep going. I draw my vertical lines. Remember, they're close to my edges and my folded line. 2 vertical lines. And if you've already got this down pretty good and you want to zip ahead, zip ahead. All right, so I've got my smile line. And then we'll get my smile line and bring it around to make my oval. Oval. And then I think I'm gonna make another square. Remember, you're the artist, you pick what you want in the middle. And I'm gonna get the last one. Smile at the bottom. And then let's get our smile up here at the top. That was a little more squishy, isn't it? A little bit smaller. They're all 4 a little different, and that's okay. I'm gonna do another circle. You know what this circle reminds me of right here? Let's see, let me get that curved line. It reminds me of, well, I could do a minion, couldn't I? Could be a minion eye. Or if you're into Pokemon, and the Pokemon have a thingy, right? Something like that. That could look like another little minion. You can do whatever you want to it. All right. Now, here's where the fun starts. Now, down here at the bottom, if you want to get a crayon, we're going to write the word soup right here in the bottom. If you want to write in pencil first, that is fine, and then you can go over it. But if we look at this picture here, do you see how big the letters are? They're kind of fat. So if we wrote it in crayon, you could pick whatever color you want to. And we're going to put soup at the bottom of all 4 of our soup cans. Okay? All right. So down here at the bottom of my soup can, I am going to write soup. S-O-U-P. You know what? I'm going to do like yours, and I'm going to get my crayon, and I'm going to put S-O-U-P. Let's get another color. Except black can be just a little boring, so I'm going to jazz it up with some colors. S-O-U-P. And you know what? I think I'm going to do these 2 that way and these 2 the same-ish. S-O-U-P. Super. Super, super. All right. If you want to do stars, you can make an X and a line through it. An X and a line through it. If you want to make your stars a different way, make your stars a different way. See, these are not not exactly the same, and that's okay. Okay, now, if you want to put your name up here, now let's look at the Campbell soup can for a second. See how it says Campbell's and it has apostrophe S. That means that Campbell's is the owner. It's possessive. So if it was mine, it would say Miller's. Instead of Miller, it would be apostrophe S Miller's. So if you want to write your name, I can put in, I'm going to put in my dog's name. Sadie's. Apostrophe S. If you want to write your name, if you want all four names to be different, you can make all four names to be different. I'm just going to use Sadie's. So what name are you going to put up here? You're going to use your name. Don't forget apostrophe is the little right up here and the S. I'm just going to write it up here at the top. Apostrophe S. Apostrophe S. All right, now we're not going to worry about the condensed because that's a whole lot of writing and we have 30 minutes. So what flavor is your soup? Sadie's. Now, I can make this all capital letters, so I'm going to put Sadie's my dog. Bone soup. If you want to make those block letters, you can make them block letters. What else does Sadie like? Sadie likes Chewies too, so I'm going to put Chewy. You can make whatever you want. Maybe it's rock. All capital letters, because this is the title. This is the flavor of your soup. So let's see. She likes bones and chewy. She doesn't eat rocks, but that's a good example of, wow, that's a weird soup. You know, if you want to put chicken noodle, tomato, whatever you want to. Grass. Because she sometimes eats grass when her tummy doesn't feel good. Okay. Now, here's where the fun stuff starts. Now, what we can do is we can color these, and then you can trace over like the words with a darker color. But you want to color these in the Andy Warhol style, because look at some of these soups where this is a color. So I'm going to color around that. I'm going to use my finger as a bumper. Let's see. I've got some orange there. If I wanted to go over my bone with the orange, because see how he used those colors over and over again? You know, if you wanted to put a stripe down there, you could. There we go. And I'm going to do, how about purple? So you get to color these however you want to. So we've got the repetition pretty much wrapped up. Oh, don't forget about the donut hole in here. Don't forget about your center. Let's see. And he had a third color that was kind of funky up in here. And let's see, another color. That's kind of the same color as the other one, isn't it? Let's try to add another color on top. That's what I like about crayons. We can always add another color. All right, so now we need to add a background. So I'm going to take that color red, and I'm going to color in the background. Okay, and you guys can color yours any way you want to, because you notice that all of those other Campbell soup cans that you see up there are all different, aren't they? And you can do it any way you want to. There is no wrong reason. You know, if you feel that, wow, I can add more detail into mine, then you do that. If you want to add more things or bigger bubble letters, or if you want to add lines into your can up here, do that. If you want to add, I want to add the little bit of extra metal part down here, the lip of the can, then you can do that. Okay? Totally up to you. Oh, most important, down here at the bottom, put your name and your teacher code. What is your teacher code? Your teacher's first name, so it'd be Collier is CR1, Johnson is J2, Falciani FK, Whitcomb WH2, Glover G2, Probst PR1, and Payne PA1. Alrighty. Now, hang on to these. That way, next week when we finish our first project, we can finish these up too. So that way we'll have 2 projects. How does that sound? All right, let me see. Let me unpin me. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. Remember, you can stop and go along. Remember, color these any way you want to. Remember, there's no wrong answer. Mine are all different, and amazingly enough, so is Andy Warhol's. So we're not worrying about perfection because the man sold these for millions of dollars. I kid you not. All right. I love you. I miss you. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget your name at the bottom of your paper. Keep these. We'll leave these in your teacher's classroom so that we can finish these next week. Okay? All right. I will see you guys next week. Okay? Bye.